If you're a mom looking for an easy meal that takes minimal effort and is so mouth-watering and savory that your family is going to be obsessed with, you definitely want to make this pot roast. This is one of my favorite things to make and a staple in my household that I love to make, especially when it's cold outside. This recipe has been in my family for 3 generations. I got this from my great aunt. She still makes this recipe too to this day, but she does it a tiny bit differently. I am going to be using thyme, bay leaves, garlic, lemon, and then Kinder's salt, pepper, garlic, which honestly is like the only seasoning that you need in your cabinet. If you could just choose one, it would be that one for me. Another thing you can add to this is a little bit of rosemary, but I just didn't want to go over the top. And then there's a little bit of butter right there as well. Very important in the bottom of your pan. So what my aunt does, and this is way more simple and easy and straightforward, is she just gets a packet of the Lipton's French onion soup and she literally just sprinkles that bad boy on there and doesn't even bother with any of the herbs that we just talked about. So here's the quick version of how I make mine. I wash and cut up all of my vegetables, potatoes, onions, carrots, garlic, and lemon. I buy a pot roast from Costco. It's really important that you get quality meat, and Costco is one of the only places that I've found in my area that never misses on their pot roasts. I take a cast iron pan, turn it to high heat. I lay that bad boy down on the cast iron for at least 4 minutes and get it super seared and brown and golden on one side and then flip it. I preheat my oven to 375 and I put that pot roast that's seared on top of all of those herbs, including the lemon. After an hour, I take it out of the oven, remove the lemon, because if you leave the lemon in there for more than an hour, it's going to taste kind of, I would say, bitter from the lemon peel, and it's just not a good taste. You don't want that. So only an hour, and then you're going to flip your roast to the other side. Put it back in for 1 more hour, and then it's going to come out looking like this. Your roast has now been in for 2 hours. Now you're going to add the vegetables. Put the roast on top. You can add a little bit of water to create more broth in the bottom. Put your roast back in for an hour. Flip it again, put it back in the oven for the last hour, and it's cooked 4 hours total. Take a fork and start picking at your roast to see if it's ready. If it falls apart like this, that means it's definitely ready. If it doesn't, flip it, put it back in for another hour, and then check on it again because it should be falling apart like this. And if it's not, that means you didn't cook it long enough. All the ingredients and instructions for this recipe are in the description below.